you doing, step bro?
Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 14. We last left off doing the Western Province's Easy Diary, and now we're going to do the bar crawl. I know I mentioned that it would have been most efficient to do it as we went along, but now that we have every teleport unlocked to do the bar crawl as fast as possible, we can also use those teleports to get a few more quests done at the same time. Let's go. That means teleporting to Varrock, visiting the 2 bars there, taking our Artie Cape to the monastery, then running north into Ardoin's bar, running back south to the Spirit Tree to take it to Gnome Stronghold, yes, I know we were just there, and then running north up to the bar. Also while there, purchase a pre-made Blurberry special for Death Plateau, then head up to the top of the tree and take the glider to White Wolf Mountain so that we can pick the white pearl fruit nearby for Mountain Daughter. Eat the fruit to get the seed. Once again, Artie Cape teleport, but this time we're going to run to the docks, take the boat to Brimhaven, run south to the bar, then run east to Karamja's bar, then take the boat to Port Sarim and run north to that bar, then teleport to Fallador and go to the bar. Then we're going to minigame teleport to NMZ and run to Yanil's bar before running northwest out of town to the Firemaking, taking it to CJR, then running southwest to Sears bar. If not started, we're going to go south to Thormax Tower and talk to him to start Scorpion Catcher. Now we're going to use the games necklace to teleport back to Barbarian Assault and then run east to the outpost to turn in the bar crawl. See, didn't take that long at all with all these teleports. After turning in the bar crawl, the Barbarian will give you the option of smashing vials whenever you finish drinking a potion, your choice if you want to do that. And then we're going to immediately go into the Barbarian Agility course to the east and pick up the card Scorpion with the Scorpion cage we just got from Thormac. Alright. Since we're only 1.1k ranged experience away from level 37 ranged, which we need for Spirits of the Elid, and only 420 experience away from level 38 herb, which we need for prayer potions, let's go kill some Chaos Druids. They also drop Law Runes, and I've been burning through those like crazy. We're going to use the Firemaking system to get to Edgeville, and then bank and pull out all our range gear to kill Chaos Druids until either level 37 ranged, or if desired, until you fill your inventory with herbs. Boom, level 37 ranged. Now let's head back to the bank to prepare for Spirits of the Elid. Pull out everything the quest guide says you need, as well as the Elidness robes. Remember, they do need to be repaired with a needle and thread. Note that we need our best crush, slash, and stab weapon to kill 3 level 75 enemies. My best crush weapon in this case is a steel pickaxe, and it worked out just fine. We're going to teleport to Eagle's Eyrie with our Necklace of Passage, and then run to the dungeon to do the first part of the quest. When we need to go back to Narda, we're going to Artie Cape teleport to use the Firemaking system to DLQ, and then run straight south into town. If you run instead of walk, you should make it into town before you're hit by the desert heat. Then, we're going to do the last part of the quest. Keep in mind that during the quest, when we visit the genie's home, that satisfies a medium diary task, and completing Spirits of the Elid gives us 1k thieving, 1k magic, as well as 8,000 prayer experience. Also, level 37 prayer means we have our first protection prayer, Protect from Magic. I might be able to squeeze out enough prayer experience to pull off 40 prayer before we do quests like Horror from the Deep and Monkey Madness, just to make them that much easier. Pray at the Narda statue right after to satisfy yet another medium diary task. Now we're going to go to the bank. Remember when we killed those felled up weasels to get 1500? Well, now we're going to finally use it. So, pull out your coins, your spade, and an inventory full of buckets, as well as your Caret's Memoirs, or however you pronounce it, and take the Fisher's Flute teleport to Port Piscarilius and go northeast and start hunting sandworms. We're going to be doing this for less than an hour to get 100% Port Piscarilius favor, and some hunter experience, I believe putting us around level 20. There is a little trick to hunting these, where instead of left click digging them, click a little bit left or right of their hitbox so you walk on top of them. Then hit dig on your spade, and then as you're doing the animation, run to the next one and then hit dig, and it'll speed up the process quite a bit. It's also helpful to empty the buckets of sand that don't have sandworms in them in between locations so that you have more buckets to turn in each time. Check out the wiki, it'll explain that in more detail. When you're done, we're going to go to the southeast shop to purchase a raw shark for 170 GP or a little bit more, depending on how stocked the shop is, and we're going to use that for the Fremnik trials, which is coming up pretty soon. Yes, we could have purchased one in Canifis for 221 GP, but it's not about the money here, it's to force me to get Port Piscarilius favor. And we got 500 levels to go with it, so that's nice because I hate doing hunter. Alright, we're going to go to the bank and prepare to finish Mountain Daughter as well as continue the Fremnik trials. Pull out all 3 combat styles as well as everything we need to get across the lake in Mountain Daughter. And we're going to use the Firemaking system to AJR, run north into the mountain camp to continue Mountain Daughter, kill the bear, finish Mountain Daughter, gaining 1k attack and 2k prayer experience, as well as the bear head, Then we're going to head west to Rellekka and talk to Sigli on the way in to get the Hunter Talisman. Since there are so many steps in this quest, and there's only one thing we can really overlap with it, I'll skip ahead to spare you. The one thing I do want to mention is that when we're in Sears to buy the low alcohol keg from the poison salesman, we want to talk to any Seer in order to continue Scorpion Catcher. What up? You can call me Sigden. Turning the quest showers us an XP, giving us 2,812, for whatever reason, experience in 10 skills, giving us several level ups. Since we completed the Fragment Trials, we can now do all the diary tasks in Rellekka, so we're going to minigame teleport to Castle Wars to Bank to pull out the usuals, along with a bird snare, pickaxe, bucket, axe, tinderbox, and tiara mold, which, unfortunately, I've never bought from Remington or Alcard for some reason, so I will incorporate that into the route and go get it myself before using the Firemaking system to head back to the Firemaking region. One thing I'd had written down but hadn't yet incorporated was pulling out the enchanted key and the spade, because near Rellekka, northwest of the agility shortcut by the Sinclair Mansion, is an enchanted key dig location, and you get 20 steel arrows, 10 mithril ores, and 15 law runes, and we need them law runes. I do eventually get it later, but it would have been best and most efficient to get it now. Alright, now that we've Firemaking to DKS, we're going to go northwest to catch a cerulean twitch for an easy diary task. After that, we're going to go back south and kill 5 rock crabs for another one. Then, on the way into Rellekka, we're going to chop and burn an oak log for another task. And here is where I would go detour to get the items for the enchanted key. However, I'll have to do that later. Then we're going to go into Rellekka, use the bucket on the well for yet another easy task, and then go north to the mine. And first, mine a coal ore for a medium diary task, because then we're going to mine a silver ore, go west to smelt it into a bar, and then into a tiara for another easy diary task, and all of those steps have to be done in a row. Then, we're going to go north and talk to Ursa to change our boots for 500 GP for another easy diary task, then go talk to Yarvald to the northwest, sail to Waterbirth and pick up 5 snape grass, or drop and pick up the same one 5 times, but keep in mind, we're almost level 38 Herblore, and we're going to use that on prayer pots, so we do need snape grass as a secondary. Now, because it's faster, we're going to Arctic Cave teleport, then take the fairy ring back to DKS, run into the Keldegrim entrance, and before we take the boat over, we're going to take the ferry over, and then go north and around the corner to talk to Dondakin to start Between a Rock. And then we're going to go back and into Keldegrim to continue the Giant Dwarf. Go southeast to Blazadar's house, who's east of the market, to continue the quest, and then go into the market to the bakery stall in the north and steal from it to satisfy another easy diary task, and then continue the quest up until the point that we get the book from the library and have to bank again. At the bank, along with the book we just got, we're going to pull out our coal, tinderbox, logs, telekinetic grab runes, and 3 cut sapphires. Then we're going to head southeast out of the bank to the stonemason shop to satisfy the second to last easy diary task, the last of which requires completion of Death Plateau and partial completion of Troll Stronghold, so I think you can guess what might be coming up soon. Now we need to go east of the blast furnace to purchase the requisite ore to finish the quest. Check the wiki to see what ores we need for the next part of the quest and what ores we need to turn into the bars for the next part of the quest. Then we're going to bank again, pull out some ores and Fallador teleport runes, and teleport to Fallador to smith all the bars we need in order to finish the quest. Before leaving Fallador, we're gearing up to go purchase some seeds because we're preparing for Garden of Tranquility and Forgettable Tale of the Drunken Dwarf, which both give 5,000 farming experience. So I'm going to pull up my Necklace of Passage, take it to Wizard's Tower, go north to Draenor and purchase some barley seeds for Forgettable Tale of the Drunken Dwarf. And I didn't do it now, I ended up needing to do it later, but we'll also need potato, cabbage, onion, and marigold seeds, and rosemary will also be helpful, so you might as well just get them all now. Check your quest guides, people. While in Draenor, I'm also going to purchase some wines and teleport cards, as well as pull my axe out from the bank, because we're then going to home teleport to Lumbridge, take the canoe to the Champions Guild, and then run southeast to the hops patch to plant our barley. Now let's minigame teleport back to the blast furnace so we can continue and finish the Giant Dwarf quest. To do that, we need to go back to the bank in the west and pull out an array of ores, which will then take up to the market on the west side, find a secretary to talk to who will task us with collecting ores in a certain amount of time. If she gives you an option that you don't like, simply click to talk to her again before accepting the task until you get coal or iron or whatever you're holding. Do a few tasks until she lets you talk to the director, then do the same thing with the bars we made for the director until he allows us to join, and then finally we will talk to Commander Veldemon to finish the quest. You have the option of either watching a very long cutscene or skipping it and getting the meeting minutes, so I think you know which one I recommend. Finishing the quest gives us 2.5k mining, smithing, and crafting experience alongside 1.5k magic, thieving, and firemaking experience. And we're at 132 quest points. Doing pretty well if I do say so myself. And then we're going to talk to Commander Veldebon immediately again to start the forgettable tale of a drunken dwarf. Alright everybody, I think it's time to call it there. I know I said at the end of the previous episode that we might have Monkey Madness in the next one, and now I think it's going to get pushed out at least another episode because there's so much stuff I didn't get to because I've been able to cram a lot of quests in lately. But that means I should be able to crank out a lot of videos because I don't want to record any other stuff before I can edit what I've already got. So thank you again for joining me, and I will see you next time. Now, on to the poll results. A week ago, I sent out a straw poll link asking for your input on what kind of series would you be interested in watching. And thank you to 180 people who responded. Appreciate it a lot. Looking at the top results, you were kind of split with the top fours, with the number one being OSRS Ironman tips and tricks. I'm thinking at most this would be a 1 to 3 episode series. It takes time to compile tips, and I actually, after thinking, if I want them to be actual tips and tricks versus just basic things that you should already be doing, it should be more like 15 to 30, maybe even less depending on what we're going for and what kind of categories they're in. Training methods from 2007 that are still viable in 2020. I think that's an awesome idea, and maybe we'll loosen the date restriction, maybe 2007, 2010. Efficiency improving methods to help save you time. I think this would only be a couple episodes as well, and if I also want them to be true methods that will actually save you time, then it might be less than 10 to 30, but if we're talking macro efficiency over an extended period of time, then maybe we could extend it to 10 to 30 per video. We'll see how that goes. I'm also very interested in high-risk and very high-risk wilderness worlds when they come out on the Ironman. I know there's a guy, Wildernator, who posts only this at this point, so probably at least watch his first video, take a little inspiration from that. I already have this route going, as I mentioned, it's in the works here. Quest on the Ironman, XP can only be gained from quest-related activities. The beginning of which is actually very similar to the efficient Ironman, as when I made the quest on the Ironman, I wanted it to be efficient as well, so I'll probably speed through it for people who have already seen the first episode, or the first few episodes of the Ironman series. Lesser known methods and activities will be helpful as well, and finding another small OSRS YouTuber, I currently don't know any, so I'll keep an eye out. OSRS 101, definitely, I think people who are watching my current videos would not be interested in this, as they would know everything, but new players might not, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, just wanted to go through it and give my reaction to how people responded. I will let you know in the future as things become more developed. Thanks. Have a good one.